Heart of Mary. So this scripture is Luke chapter 2, verse 6. While they were there, the time had come for her to have a child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son. She wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them at the inn. I absolutely love decorating for Christmas. My house isn't super crazy with decorations, but it just has all the right touches. And I just love the way it makes my home feel. I love the comfort that it brings. I love the warmth that I feel just sitting there looking at everything around me. My favorite decoration, though, is the Nativity. My family actually pitched in a while back to buy me one of those Costco giant nativity scenes, not the yard one, but the table one. And everybody put in a little bit of money, and the next thing you know, I had this great nativity that's going to last me for so many years. Of course, Jesus is absent from my manger scene right now because we're still in the season of Advent. On Christmas, I will bring out my baby Jesus and put him on his little bed where he belongs. If you look closely at my baby Jesus, you'll notice that he has no fingers. My grandchildren have kind of knocked him against the table as they picked him up to kiss him through the years, and that just makes him more precious to me. As I look at his hands, I laugh because they become little fists that are just raised up, and I feel like it's him just calling us all, saying, hey, look at me. I am born for you. I'm here for you. Going back to the scripture that we started with, that rejection that Mary and Joseph must have felt when they went to the inn to see about getting a room for the night, knowing that Mary was close to having baby Jesus. Just go back hours before that. I can't even imagine that donkey ride to Bethlehem in the first place, how absolutely uncomfortable that must have been. And then to be rejected and sent out into the streets is just appalling. But there they were in the most humble of surroundings, animals all around, having just given birth. And what we see in the nativity scene is just these beautiful, peaceful faces. Hard to tell exactly what they were thinking and what they were feeling, but I just can't believe that they were still feeling that rejection. I have to believe with this great gift that they were given from God, this great promise that they were given from God, changed everything for them. Not much time later, another rejection followed. They got word that King Herod had ordered the death of the baby boys and was seeking to have Jesus brought to him, so they had to flee. Friends, there is a list of things that we can learn from the nativity story. Through Mary and Joseph, it took courage, it took strength. I'm sure there were moments of concern or even doubt, so they had to keep encouraging each other. Every emotion, I'm sure, was a part of what took place on that Christmas day. Think of the last time that you felt rejected, or possibly you're feeling rejected in a situation right now in your life. Go and sit by a nativity. If there are lights nearby, turn on some lights or sit in the darkness where you can just see that little creche just lighting up, maybe from a little candle inside. If you don't have a nativity, someone somewhere that does have a nativity, sit in the presence of it. Sit and ponder in your hearts how it must have been to feel so rejected. You were basically thrown out into a barn. You were told, this is all we've got. Go and have your baby out here in the stable amongst all these animals in the most humble of settings. When I look at Jesus, I will reflect on his meekness and his humility. When I look at Joseph, I will reflect on his heart as a father and how fiercely he took care of his family in this situation. When I look at Mary, I will reflect on her femininity and that she is the role model for me in every way. I see her in the manger as meek and humble as Jesus, and peaceful and loving and kind, everything that we should be to each other. I pray that the gift of the Nativity dwells in all of your hearts, and any bad feelings that you have this Advent season, that God will either heal your heart in it or heal your situation in it. God bless you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you soon.